Heck yeah. Chat, how are we feeling? Yeah. See, I knew that would work. Yeah, so like Satan said, I am Limey. I've been here a few times. I'm around the block. I'm a part of the Black in a Flash community, like she just said. Woo! And I have 3 incredible commentators with me. Let's start from this side and go this way.
Hi, I'm Vaen. I played a few different games.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ozmourn, and I've played a little bit of Quake as well. We all kind of speedrun with Limey co-op as well. I've done a few GDQ runs in the past, and I'm very glad to be here supporting Limey with a run that I know they're very, very passionate about.
And I am Jaxler, recently benched member of the Quake 100% 4-player crew.
Hung up the jersey.
Yeah. I didn't hang up the jersey. Somebody else hung that up for me. Somebody else did my laundry there.
Your number's retired. It's in the rafters.
But yeah, Quake is such a cool run. I'm so excited to be here. Limey, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, 100%. And like they said, I'm super, super passionate about this game. I've been running it since the remaster came out in 2021. That is what, like, this is year 4?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not good with numbers.
It's a lot. I've been running this for quite a while. I do want to, just before we get into it, I want to talk about what the Kex engine is, because this is the remaster, like we said. The remaster came out in 2021, and it's a basically from the ground up remake of Quake. It's not in its original engine, but it's in an engine called the Kex engine. It's similar to Source, but it has a lot of intricacies in it that make it quite different from the original. It's a lot closer to like Quake 2 almost, but it still has a lot of the Quake roots in that. And when the game launched, it comes with a bunch of add-ons. Quake 64 was the first one. It is a remake of Quake 64 within Quake. So that's going to be what I'm running. I'm going to be so thrilled. This is like the first time I've ever had like a checklist of things to talk about before we get started. But
you're good.
Yeah, in this run, if anything looks cool, it probably is. So just clap, honestly, or put emotes in chat. I've chat up in the corner.
It hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, give some more love. Come on.
Yeah, and I just want to say we've been looking at the donation count. Your efforts are not in vain. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep this incentive open just a little bit longer. So keep pushing at home. I know that we can do this. I'm just gonna be immediately transitioning to all secrets once this gets met. So I'm positive we can do this, right?
Yeah,
I am. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Satan, it's that time.
It sure is that time. Remember to donate and apply that to Easy All Secrets, because we have 9 minutes. 9 minutes of magic, chat. Can we get a $9 donation train potentially, or 10?
Let's make it happen, everybody.
Make it happen. Come on, we can
do it. I agree. I'm seeing that number go higher every second. All right, you ready for that countdown?
Yep.
3, 2,
1, go!
Good luck.
All right, good luck. So off rip, I just want to explain the main piece of movement tech you're going to be seeing pretty much everywhere throughout the run. A small little known technique called bunny hopping. Basically, air acceleration in this game is calculated in a bit of a funny way, and when you're doing a strafe in the air, it is actually just faster than your ground speed. So it is faster to just chain these together, buffering your jumps with space or scroll or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, because shout out to the Source engine.
Shout out to the Source engine.
This game is in a modified version of the Source engine, specifically the remaster. And so right off the bat, we're going to be seeing a good bit of differences between the Quake 64 remastered and, say, other versions of Quake. The lighting, some of the level structures and designs. There's going to be skips and tricks that we see that are only possible on this specific version of the
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
So right there, we did a skip to get to the silver key without having to wait for some enemies there. Again, your air strafing has to be really tight there in order to make that.
Yeah.
Specifically there, he was using something called a wall strafe. When you're holding up against a wall, that is also just faster than your ground movement speed.
Yeah.
You're able to convert that into a bunny hop sequence.
Yeah.
So we're going to be a little careful here on the way out. There is a friend of ours called a chum dog that spawned in behind us as soon as we open that button, and we got to be very careful. Don't cheer for that.
Don't cheer for that. Yeah. So right here, we're going to see a pretty major skip that we're going to be seeing for the first time. We got introduced to the grenades, and with any explosion in this game, you can launch it. You can do grenade launches or rocket launches that we're seeing later in the run. But with this grenade launch, Lightning's going to time their jump to jump off of the grenade as it explodes, because any explosion that happens in this game will push you up. We might want to kill this enemy.
You might have to kill this guy.
You might have to take this guy out.
Okay, you know what? All right.
And so as soon as the grenade explodes, I'm just going to jump and then strafe in the air to get a lot of height, like so.
Luckily, we have quick saves. You're pretty much...
Yeah, almost. Come
You're
on.
going to be seeing Limey quick saving and quick loading a lot throughout this run.
You know
so
who
it's
else is
honestly
quickly
very
saving us? We are getting closer and closer. We're at almost 9K out of 15K that we're going to need.
Let's
Remember,
go.
we'll have
Come
about
on.
7
We got
more
that.
minutes.
We got that.
Donate now and apply it to the upgrade to easy all secrets incentive. Go on ahead.
Yeah, that is one of the hardest tricks in the,
really
in the
is.
beginning of the game, so I'm just not gonna get it. It's marathon nerves, you know how it is.
Yeah, but it would have pretty much skipped all of the movement that Limy is doing here right now. It's really difficult to try out. The good thing about explosions in this game is that it can give you a lot of height and distance like that. But on the other hand, it will cause damage. Like any explosion, even if it's your own explosion, will cause damage in this game.
That's
So
a
you gotta
lot
keep
of
that in mind.
damage.
Especially with the rocket launchers.
Yeah, once we get the rocket launcher going, it'll be a lot more consistent to deal with just because the grenades bounce. They're really annoying to like line up properly, but...
Yeah, you'll see Limey like shooting the shotgun 4 times. If you just hold down the fire button, it'll consistently shoot at that rate. So you're able to just line up the explosion timing and the jump timing with the shotgun to make it a little more consistent, but they're still definitely more finicky than just a rocket jump where you just kind of shoot at your feet and profit.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm doing a strat here where I'm trying to get this zombie to walk in here, but he is not liking me very much right now.
He does not like your
If
vibe.
Limey brings the zombie into the door will close like on top of the zombie and won't close all the way, so Limey can go back out and skip.
What
this
is he
entire auto
doing?
He's just going back and forth. This does
he
not
does
happen
not
usually.
care.
Come on.
Hey, buddy, are you gonna...
Come on. We're not going to hurt you. Come on. You got it.
What is happening?
Bro!
He like
Just
stuck on
more
the
time
corner?
for us to hit it. We are over $9,000. I'm going to be counting down every thousand. So
Come here.
anything
Absolutely, yeah.
you got,
Come here.
let's go. We got to go now.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
We believe in you.
Come on, buddy.
Come
He
on,
really just is stalling for time to get
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of
Yes,
Yeah.
let's
This
do
doesn't
it.
ever take this long.
We're switching to the nail gun. That's how desperate we are.
He's
right
just
now.
trying to do the shimmy. He does not want to show up to the party right now.
What is happening? Okay, you know what? There's an auto-scroller here that I was trying not to do. There's an auto-scroller skip where the zombie can just stand here, the door closes on him, but it opens back up because it gets interrupted, and I can just go. There's a warp that opens for like multiplayer, and that's how I can get up
He
there
did his
and we can
homework
go in.
before the run.
Yeah.
He was being...
Yeah.
Don't
it would've
clap for the
skipped all of
auto
that. Let's go auto scroller.
All right.
No secrets, it looks so barren.
Yeah. Typically, we would have another secret level here in All Secrets, which if you want to see that, we can get it done still with your donations.
We're
Very
almost to
possible,
10K.
folks.
Come on, chat. This is so possible, and it will be an incredible GDQ moment if we get it. So please go ahead and apply that incentive to your donation.
Please move out of my way,
Yes.
sir. Please move. Okay, I'm gonna just...
So
that's it.
mean.
Yeah, now we get introduced to another weapon, the rocket launcher. The rocket launchers, for the most part, will do the same things that the grenade launchers did, but a lot better because you can control the explosions a lot more easily. And as you can see, strafing in the air, being able to do that. Rocket launchers is going to be a lot more effective when it comes to using explosions to gain a lot of distance and height.
Yeah, so managing health is a super big ticket item in this run. And because every time you want to do some kind of damage boost, you have to sacrifice some of your health for it. So a lot of time, like it can be really tricky going between like any % and like all secrets, just easy run and all secrets, right?
Yeah.
Just because you get more health pickups sometimes after you like do a secret, for example. So you might be used to having different sets of resources.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
enemies in this
ER
game-
is one of the most... ER is one of the like more like basic runs, but like All Secrets... Oh, whoops. All Secrets is one of the like most flashy Quake runs like of all time.
100%.
Just because I'm able to do so much more with all the resources from the secrets and actually like having to worry about my routing through the levels instead of just getting to the very end.
All right, that was a
Over
boss battle, by
10K.
the way.
Come on, chat.
Come on.
Yeah, and we're cutting this off at the end of the next episode, just so you're
So
aware.
literally right now, click those buttons.
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of the next episode, we're not episode 2. Those who have played other versions of Quake might recognize that this is actually the second level of this episode in other versions, but we actually skipped the entire first level in Quake 64 Remastered. We just start off directly on Mission 2. And so that's one major difference that we're going to be seeing here and why 64 is actually a really fast version of the game.
Another big difference as well is that you actually retain your weapons between episodes, which is exclusive to this version. So as a result, we're able to keep our rocket launchers, which allows us a lot more freedom and movement expression here. We don't have to worry about picking up more explosives as long as we manage our ammo. So this allows us to do a bit faster movement here than you would normally see like in this particular mission.
Yeah, the routing is a lot different between this version and like Quake Enhanced or the original version of Quake that you might be familiar with.
I swear, all of the forces of God are conspiring.
Yeah,
against
they
you right
want
now.
this to happen.
I was gonna say earlier, like the enemies in this game are genuinely like evil. They are like a genuine presence to worry about compared to like maybe some other FPS runs or just like runs in general where enemies are just kind of a cakewalk. They just kind of do nothing.
Yeah.
These ones are mean, man.
Yeah, I think they like hate you or something.
Yeah, this is like the worst luck I've been getting with like enemies and like how they've been treating me. And I've played like 15 hours of this game since Thursday.
Yeah.
I've been here since Thursday.
Right here in the Crypt of the Decay is another huge example of sequence breaking via the rocket launchers, and essentially what limy is going to be doing.
There's there was a nade in that quick save, so it was a little rough, but it's all right.
But limy just skipped straight to the end of the episode or end of the mission right here with that rocket launcher right there.
Playing a little bit of Toho there with those enemies.
Yeah, and there's the exit right there.
Nicely done.
Limy's going
29.55
fast.
is really good for that level.
You see him. We gotta get that easy all secrets now. We're getting close to 11K. Come on, chat. Let's go. Please remember to apply your incentive when you donate.
Oh my God.
What do I do here?
I think you're just cooked, man. I don't know.
You know what?
This might be a super nail gun moment.
Yeah.
He's still gonna kill you.
Oh wait.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah. In this level, this is actually a really good level, both in all secrets and in 90%, because there's going to be one specific skip we're doing here that limy does need a lot of health for. As Jaxler said earlier, health is a really important resource in this game because there's an auto-scroller that will require us to lodge ourselves into the elevator that'll open back up.
Yeah.
But, when we are stuck between a rock and a hard place in this game, it'll cause damage. So we got to be careful. But this level also has a lot of armor and health packs we can use, so typically it isn't a problem for an experienced player like limy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
Like, it's such a perfect body block. That's so insane. You could not get around either side.
And now he's fine.
Yeah.
Now he's done being a diva.
They want to see all secrets.
If anybody would like to have an update on that, that is past 11K as I'm speaking.
Oh my
God.
God.
Number go higher
We're
and higher.
moving.
We literally
We're
have
so
3
close,
minutes.
y'all. We're
Come
making
on,
crazy
chat.
work.
We're only about
wanna see it.
$3,600 away. And I know if we all donate $5, if we all donate $10, we can do it. So click those buttons. Add on that incentive for easy all secrets. Let's make a huge GDQ moment happen.
Yeah. So that's the skip that limy did right there. Essentially, when he lodges himself into the elevator, it'll time out and then open the door back up. And that elevator sequence is required to unlock the end of the level.
Don't worry about that cheater menu, by the way. That was a fat finger input. I've done that before running other games where I'll accidentally have like a reset hotkey bound to like one of my function keys, and I'll just tap it when I'm like trying to switch weapon or something like that. And I'm like, well, there goes my run. Yeah, we got a little bit where we got to wait for these enemies and take care of them just so we can do intended progression here. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to see some really sick movement through here.
Yeah, and this is a auto-scroller, so Satan, you have the
Great
floor.
time.
Oh, absolutely. I am so excited to have that floor. I love the floor.
And this is the last level in episode 2, by the way. This is the moment right now.
All right,
Yeah.
This is the moment. As I read these donations, please go to gamesdonequick.com and click the donate or that Twitch extension and apply it to Easy All Secrets. Like this $10 donation from Sapphire and Pink, who says,
That's
hello,
oomph
my
right there.
fellow
That's
gamers. GL, go fast. You're going to do so well. Let's get that upgrade. I agree. It's almost to 12K. It's really, really close. Come on, chat. Now is the time. We've also got $25 from Sanjen, who says, let's go, Limey, my goat. Could not agree more.
Thank you, Sanjan.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Sanjan.
And we've even got $50 from Brick and Family, who says, I loved Quake as a kid and have never played this one. Can't wait for all the secrets. I would love to be able to show that to you. Go ahead and donate right now.
Beautiful. So right here at the end of this sequence, limy will have enough health in order to rocket launch into that area in order to get the rune, and also rocket launch to the...
I'm holding Stream hostage. Get it. I do genuinely want to wait for stream delay, because if we do end up hitting it and like we're just already past it because of stream delay, I do feel a little bit bad, but yeah.
Right.
We are about $3,000 away. It literally climbs every single time I look at it, but we need some help. So chat, if you have been waiting to donate, if you want to, now's the time.
Yeah, the movement for a lot of these secrets is super dope. You absolutely want to see it.
Please.
We just
Please.
passed 12K, by the way, on that incentive. Just right
Oh
now.
my God.
Come on, Chat, let's go.
Please, chat.
Please,
Please,
chat.
chat.
We could probably extend it a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
How
little
much
bit.
time are we going
Right
to
there.
get? How much time?
Next episode.
Okay, next
Next
episode.
episode.
Chat, you have one episode. You hear me? You hear Limey? Get those donations
Now
in
on the next episode of Quake.
Easy LC.
Yeah, so we're, usually we see a really cool strat here called a circle jump. I think we don't, oh wait,
still
no,
do it.
we're still gonna do it?
We still go for it. It still goes into the later part of the level.
This is
Yeah.
a really difficult jump.
So ramps in this game, when you are jumping up upwards ramp, it gives you a bit of a boost in height, as well as when you're going down a ramp and you jump on a downwards ramp, it gives you a bit of speed. But this specific one is really tough.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
That's good. Your strafing has to be really particular there to be able to get up there. It is not an easy window to grab.
Yeah, it's worth noting as well with strafing that if you strafe too fast, it will just cut your speed. So Limey actually has like a ridiculously low sensitivity. So I don't know if that like really comes through on camera, but like Limey's just like swiping the like wiping down a dry erase board.
Wiping the windows.
I am not kidding. It is unbelievable. Limey literally before like a couple weeks before GDQ came over to my house, and I'm sorry, I'll talk about that later. We got a cool skip here. So pulling up the weapon wheel on this version of the game causes the trap door to move at like a normal speed, but not the falling of the silver key. So you can just force the silver key to get stuck on the gate and just yoink it and not have to do the normal secret. What is happening right now?
He's never there, by the way.
There we go. Oh, well.
Oh, whoops. Okay, there we go.
We're being put in situations that have never been conceived before.
All right.
There we go.
Nicely
Nice.
done.
Everyone clap, by the way. That was
That was really hard.
Yeah. So this
We're
is the Tomb
also
of Terror.
only about 2K away right now.
We're so close, Jack. Come
Come
on.
on, chat.
That's so good.
Right now.
So this is the Tomb of Terror. Limey is going to
13K,
get one
sorry.
secret here.
Go.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I need this.
Yeah,
for
for the health pack.
Yeah, just because I'm going to be eating a lot of health.
We'll give you one secret because y'all have been so awesome on the donations front.
At the very least, this
As
is
a
some secret.
As a treat, you know?
We are getting really close, chat. Like this
Yeah.
is going to be down to the wire. Beat Limey.
Nice.
But generally speaking, in other versions of Quake, there is a skip that you can do to skip most of the progression that Limey is doing right here. It's not possible in Quake 64 because of certain level geometry differences, but it would skip us directly to the silver key, which is required for progression for the rest of the level.
Please get out of my way.
All of these enemies.
There we go.
Yeah, this is where we get to see the super nail gun really come into play. And another big reason why it's really important that weapons transfer over between episodes because it just melts the enemies here.
Because the super nail gun and the rocket launcher are the two weapons that do the most DPS.
All right, so now we're in the home of our host. We're going to do a really... this is exclusive to this version of the game. We're going to do a double boost here with the grenade launcher as well as a rocket launch.
Barely not enough.
This is really tough.
Yeah, the water, having to bob in and out of the water here.
There we go.
Second try, nice.
That's good.
Yeah. As Jaxler said, this is Satan's Dark Delight. Do you live here, Satan?
I live where we almost have 14K on.
Oh my gosh, we're only 1K away. I think we're going to get there.
It's so
I think
doable.
we can do it.
Doable.
It is so unbelievably
Donate
doable.
now. Yes, also that's my house, and I love it. Thank you.
We're going to get two secrets here.
I'm getting this just so I can
Yeah.
do a little bit of a skip seafood that I think is very fun.
Yeah. Get the invulnerability and the quad damage. So quad
900 left. Oh my!
Yeah.
I like looked up.
Yeah, it's going to be
Messed
really
up.
close. The quad damage here, as the name implies, does 4 times as much damage and also does 4 times as much of a blast and will shoot you back 4 times as much if you use it as an explosion, much as we have been doing with rocket launches in the past.
Yeah, typically the more damage you take, the farther you will go.
That's another invulnerability. I needed that, by the way.
Yeah.
This is like, I thought I'd like mention that. Like this, I'm not like doing it for the secrets. I'm like, I just need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I do.
Which
That's
one did
secret level. Oh, whoops.
Oh, did you put yourself in the secret level?
Did you like do that by like?
That was
Chat,
that was
I think
on
we need to
accident,
raise
actually.
the remaining $100 for the
So we
incentive.
Well, we're here now,
So
so...
that was
Taste
not
here.
an issue. Let's go right now. We have about 7. We've got about $500 to the incentive.
Less than $500
Getting
real
next.
right there.
Apply your donations right now.
So I jokingly like to call this the sardine level because when we would do Quake the norm, not Quake 64, but regular Quake 4-player hundo, one of us, usually Limey, because of the movement, would just like go ahead and the rest of us would like file in like sardines because there is just not enough room in this level for people to move around.
I'll just
oh my God, we're at
33.
33.
Oh,
Here we go.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Chat, please. We're
Oh!
Go, Twitch chat!
We did it! Thank you so much. I guess it was good that I actually got here.
Saving time.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is a
You're
secret.
still gonna have to go and grab that one secret you missed in the previous mission,
fine.
but we're fine.
We'll just be
there.
doing cleanup, okay?
So we're doing cleanup.
So right there, we actually did a very specific setup to do what's called a telefrag, where if you teleport to a location that an enemy's standing on, they will just explode. And so that one right there is mostly done for safety, so that it just puts another enemy out of its misery so that we don't have to worry about it movement-wise.
It's a fiend in that situation.
Yeah, and a chum dog, if you will. And they are horrible. We
a
do
chum
not
dog
want
surprise.
a surprise.
Yeah.
But we can avoid the surprise party, so...
Yeah, so this is the last episode of episode 3. There's not too much that goes on in it that you haven't already seen before, mainly because we're only going to get a total of 2 secrets. There's not a lot, and then just a straight shot to the end. So right now would be a nice.
Yeah, I'd love to hear some of the donations that got us here.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely. I want to read them. I can't believe we did that. Chat, thank you so much. We've got $10 from Laszlo, who says, "Hi, when to meet.
Let's
SVP
go.
marks a whole year since we've truly become friends, and I'm so glad it all came together at Margaritaville. Best of luck on the run, and keep working on the sound of the summer." Thank you for that donation towards MSF. Absolutely incredible, generous effort. And we've got $100 from Train Doc, who says, "Let's get that Quake All Secrets." We did that! We did that! Shout out
And
to
speaking
my
of
good
we
friend
did that was a
Sophia.
very difficult sequence line. You just
Right,
you
right.
have to hit a rocket jump while you still have quad damage, which puts you at very low HP. So you get up there, and then you have to make sure that you don't die to the enemy fodder as well.
Especially when doing quad damage rocket launches, it's really difficult because almost always, if you're not really careful, the quad damage will kill you in one hit. Of course, the farther you distance yourself away from any explosions, the easier it is to manage. But you need to have a lot of health to make it work.
Yeah, I think a full damage, like quad damage rocket jump, is at least like a bajillion damage. I think that's what it is.
I think
That
that's
sounds
like
about right.
I think that's like the scientifically proven fact.
Yeah.
So
So
we're gonna get
you know, like late game Balasha was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They start using ease.
But yeah, this is the first mission of episode 4. Again, if you played other versions of Quake, you see that we've skipped the first mission and go straight to the second. There was a slight lore/plot update. And so in this first episode, you're supposed to like enter this laboratory that has like the gates of hell that you just opened up. In this one, we just start in hell.
Yeah.
So take with that what you will. And there's one tiny skip that's going to be coming up here at the end where Limey just rocket launches a little bit. You can do that at home.
Yeah, I don't like calling skips free in this game, but that
one is free.
You can do that
Yeah,
one.
they put like a little baby cage in front of the thing, and we have an entire rocket launcher that we can blast ourselves across like universes with.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
And this mission right here, Elder God Shrine, is maybe one of my favorites to watch in not only this game, but also All Secrets, just because a lot of open areas here and a lot of cool stuff we can do. This is actually where I believe the secret exit for this episode
It is,
right?
This is unique to this version of the game.
Yeah, it's normally not supposed to be here, but they, again, this was originally a Nintendo 64 game, so they adjusted a lot of stuff because of that.
Yeah.
And that window isn't real. That one made me mad when I learned earlier that there was a secret there. And now we're in the Nameless City.
Could you imagine doing some of this on a Nintendo 64?
There is not even a steel stick could get you there. All right, we're doing a pretty tricky rocket jump to get up to the gold key.
I need the key, please. Please,
Buddy.
Begging, pleading, on my knees, crying,
there we go.
throwing up.
We got the key.
And
There we go.
Not back from the nail gun, gotta say.
I think I just want to restate how difficult a lot of what Limey is doing here is.
100%.
Because not only are we doing all these bunny hops and strafe movements, but we also need to kill enemies at the same time because those are walking obstacles that we got to worry about, right?
Yeah. And right here, the majority, that's really impressive.
Oh my God.
Everyone clap for that. That's really good.
Please,
That was good.
I hate to be like Jeb here, but please clap. You have to do a rocket jump with the quad damage and avoid bonking your head on a ceiling. And Limey got that second try. That was giving Limey a lot of hell, no
And
pun intended.
Limey, thankfully, does have a good amount of armor/health here in order to do another rocket launch while still having the quad damage. I would argue that if he had a good amount less, that like he would have to
Nice,
that
nice.
set. I would argue anything under 90 or less would not work with that quad damage.
Yeah.
Limey has done it with as little as like 95.
Okay, so
What?
Oh,
Okay.
still alive. Yeah, so we got a little bit of a surprise here with this.
This Chum Dog surprise.
Yeah, Chum Dog surprise of you. And so we got a surprise for an enemy coming in here. So we're gonna make a quick save, and then we're going to rocket jump up as an enemy is spawning in to attempt to tall frag it.
Okay, I made the quick save on accident right when it spawned. This saves quite a bit of time just because that guy is super, super rude.
Yeah, he made a trip to Nicolette Diner before the start of this run. That's how you know. Real GDQ goers know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Real ones are tapped in for sure.
Exactly. So there's one last secret that we're going to be getting in this level in this tiny little nook here, and then we're going to be going to a straight shot towards the end.
You're able to like hole in one that secret, and that's like honestly one of my favorite secrets of the entire run.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying to get that if you get it like it.
All right, so this is the Palace of Hate.
Yeah, actually, little known fact, this is where I live, so the commute to here to downtown Minneapolis is really, really short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little riff.
Typically in the Palace of Hate, there's a huge maze section that we have to go through, but there's only one secret in the maze that's towards the very end, and the other secrets that we're going to be getting aren't in the maze at all. 3 of them are going to be before we even get into the maze. And
Yeah, that healing pool is a secret, by the way, even though it says you found a healing pool. It's
is
like,
a secret.
you would think it wouldn't be a secret, but no, it's a secret.
It counts.
So
What the game counts as a secret in this game is a very generous ballpark, I would like to say.
Yeah, usually you just like shoot a wall and there's something there.
Yeah. But right here, Lime is going to be doing a really difficult chain of rocket jumps in order to get up to the end of the maze, which leads to that button up there on that platform.
This is really hard. So we got
Good
that
job.
part. Nice.
The guillotine is really.
So we're in the maze now. I don't know why you have a maze in your home, but we're gonna
For the
grab.
culture, what?
Fair enough. I just don't ball like you.
You never
ball.
been in a three-story house?
I never had hoop dreams. What can I say? You
found other
I'm gonna
ways to
shut up
score.
because this is cool. We're gonna do another rocket jump here. Grab the silver key and the pentagram, and then hopefully jump into there.
There we go. That's good.
And then we're just gonna do backwards propelled rocket launches here in order to get us to the end there. Nicely handled. Well done.
very nice.
That's really hard to do optimally there. So.
This is the pain maze. This is where I live.
Why is your
do you
house
mean-
an entire maze?
what
Like,
do
I
you
at least
mean by
have a little
that?
bit
We're going through it.
You just said for the culture. Can I not enjoy it? My goodness.
Yeah, the maze is one thing, but the pain part, bro,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
My culture's not good.
You never understand.
I won't go that far.
So yeah, the pain maze, we're going to skip most of the progression here, mainly because the secrets that we have aren't going to be involved in any progression at all. 2 of the secrets are right in this room, and so they don't really involve
Yeah, that's
much
barely
of
a secret.
anything.
That's just a platform. Like
That's just like a stand. That's like your kitchen island being a secret. Yeah. And why are you defiling my altar?
The progression?
Okay. Fair.
Not cool.
All right, now we're heading into Azure Agony. This is where I live. This would also be the level probably with the most secrets in it in the entire run.
9 secrets
There's
total.
9 of them, and a lot of them are like really close together. So it was like,
Oh, what? Okay, my bad.
when I was like learning where some of the secrets were for Hundo, I was like, there's no way there's another secret right here, and then there's just another
Yeah.
secret right there.
Yeah.
Also, the layout of this level is just super confusing if you don't really know it like the back of
Yeah.
your hand. There's a lot of like just blind turns
There
and
is
stuff like that.
Yeah,
It
because
is
there's a small
hard to
maze here.
navigate.
We all have mazes in our house. Did you?
Yeah.
Well, except yours, but you know, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
So, there's, Vaen, do you actually want to talk a little bit about the stairs? Because that hasn't really come up too much yet because we haven't had time because this is going by way too fast.
Yeah, so small little mechanic with the stairs in this game, what you can do is if you kind of just AD, like zigzag upstairs, it does make you go up them a little bit faster. It's not a huge speed increase or anything, but you are doing it quite a bit.
Oh my
Also-
God.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
It's a quadruple cum duck surprise.
Chum dog. Let's be
dog,
very
yeah.
clear. Don't cheer that. Can we
Don't
get a
cheer
boo for that?
Boo that.
Boo.
Boo that.
But the time save from going up the stairs like that does add up quite a bit over time.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my goodness. Satan, can you save me from my misery and read us another donation
I
or
would
two?
absolutely love to talk instead of you right now. We've got $100 from Kaiser, who says, excited to finally see Quake 64 2021 at GDQ. Quake 64 is such an underrated version of Quake and never gets the love it deserves. Me and the
Facts.
Night Drive crew wishes the best of luck to the runner. Thank you so much. And we've also got $25
Oh, you're here.
from
Oh,
Nessie
okay.
Poo and the crew.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're good.
You're good. You're good.
We've got $25 from Nessie Poo and the crew, who says,
go,
"Limey,
Nessie
my
Poo."
gosh." Sending much love from the back couch and for all the homies in the GC, aka the Very Normal Podcast.
Yeah. Very normal. Yeah. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go back to the beginning and do cleanup,
And
we
then
can
come
do
back for the boss. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
We're
sense.
gonna go back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just go level by level, basically getting all the secrets, just so everyone can see what we missed by the
Yeah.
beginning. Thanks to your generous donation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we're actually going to get to see a really cool movement bit here that's like, normally we have like no time to fit that in.
We don't.
But we're going to grab a double shotgun here with this secret, and then we're going to grab a hazmat suit and then use that to swim underneath and grab another secret. But we'll get teleported back up into this area, and there's going to be a bit where we have to drop down, and in order to do that, you can just jump over the railing, but Limey's gonna attempt to do a wiggle strat. We're gonna attempt to get a bunch of strafes in back and forth over and over AD in order to hopefully clear it with enough speed to get us a better lineup for when we go down the hall. And if we get the perfect lineup, we actually hit the bottom of the slope, which will let us transfer some of that speed as well. So I'm gonna be quiet here while Limey tries to go for this. Again, this is really tricky. Little bit of it. Give it
what? Okay.
We're trying.
Okay, I can get this last secret.
Get the last
here.
secret and just get it.
I messed it up. I thought I quick saved and I just did not quick
We're
save.
going.
Yeah, the secret's here.
That's the secret, so.
Yeah, I will just go to the next level. I scrolled up not enough. There
you go.
There we go.
All right.
Yep. So this is going to start off pretty normally, but the routing for this is really interesting because I have to do all of the parts in reverse order. I basically activate the end, and instead of waiting by the end, I go back and do every other section.
Another shot of that silver key skip.
Yep.
Nice.
2 for
Let's
2
go.
is really good. There is a backup you can do there if you're struggling with the speed there, where you can actually get yourself stuck in like this little window fixture bit and then use that as a platform to jump to the silver key. That's what I recommend you do if you are learning this run for the first time. But we activate the door there so that it starts opening. You saw at the very start of the run, we had to wait for that. Now we can get this secret while we wait for the door open. So it's kind of doing 2 things at once. And unfortunately, the chum dog there was there to greet us, but that's not a huge deal because we can just kill him with the super shotgun, grab the secret, and just go ahead and make it to the next secret. So.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty similar to last time, but
I think we're going to get another shot at that gold key skip, right?
We are.
There's a secret
We're going to
behind
see
there.
if Limey can do it.
Yeah, hopefully we can hit that because that skip looks really sick when you land
We also
it.
have a rocket launcher now.
I just did a little bit of Impulse 9 just to...
have a rocket.
yeah, you did. You do
to have my weapons.
Everyone ignore that. Everyone.
Don't worry about it.
Don't look.
This run is already kind of slightly invalid anyway, so don't worry about it.
Several things,
This is vibes-based speedrunning at its finest.
Yeah.
As it should be.
as it should.
We are going to do the traditional setup for this, though, so...
Oh, is this guy gonna bother us again?
Is this guy bothering you, Queen?
Almost.
One more.
there.
One more. And
I'm like barely not getting out.
Come on, you got this,
Got
this. Lock in. I should probably not be saying lock in.
It's like right there.
there we go.
Yes, there we go. I'm sure it's obvious by how many times it took to get this to work, but like, you have to like pick up your strafe like as you get the damage boost, and you have to jump right as the explosion happens. It's so unbelievably hard. Like when we would do that in co-op, we would actually have it so that I would, or at least when I learned it, I would shoot the grenade for Limey so that Limey could line up that jump. It's just that difficult.
Yeah.
And so we actually go through that door there to get the secret exit so we can unlock the first secret level. So when you get the secret exit, it takes you to a new mission, and this one has low gravity, which is a little bit annoying, especially if you're like me and really bad at strafing, so you just are waiting to fall. But we have a lot of really cool workarounds if you want to talk about it, Oz.
Yeah. So, well, normally in all Secrets Run, this is the first time that you get introduced to the rocket launcher, and with the quad damage and the invulnerability, that pretty much gives Limey like free reign to do whatever he wants in this level because of the quad damage being used on the rocket launcher. It'll launch us down and in any direction that we want pretty quickly. And so what you're going to be seeing Limey do here is using the rocket launcher to pretty much launch himself downwards from ceilings and from specific walls in order to counteract the zero gravity that we're going to be seeing along this level, especially in this particular section after he gets the silver key.
Yeah, for as much as I hate this level, this is actually the level I would recommend to go to if you want to learn how to master like the air strafing and the mouse movement, because you have like this really big open space where you can, it's probably the most like obvious place where you can see how you're picking up speed as you're getting that strafe movement, right? So now we're in Gloom Keep, so we get to do this rocket jump up here.
I'm going to be doing this in a little bit of a weird order, but that's fine.
Yeah, so we got to do a really nasty little circle
Whoa,
jump.
what was that? That was rude.
Like directed you.
Yeah.
This set of strafe and buddy hop movement is really tough to get this secret.
There we go.
Second try is really good on that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really, really difficult.
Again, I also don't know why that's a secret, but it is.
It's hard to get up there.
Yeah.
I mean, judging by my difficulty.
Yeah. And thankfully, with the routing that Limey does, we can ignore the chum dog that's at the bottom of the level.
I'm glad you got it right this time.
Yeah.
All right, while we're moving through here, honestly, Satan, if you have a message you'd like to read,
that's
now would be a good
I
time.
absolutely do, because we have just opened a new incentive to add all cutscenes to Mega Man X4. And if y'all have not seen Mega Man X4, here's a little hint. It's a secret, silly game. Those cutscenes are really funny. So you're going to want to go ahead and apply your donation towards that incentive. We need $5,000 by the time Mega Man X4 starts. Do I have time for another?
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
All right, we've got $5 from Anarchy, who says, "That's my when to meet." Shout out to the Quake crew. It has been a blast doing 4-player runs with you all, despite all the nonsense and shenanigans. Limey, you are gonna crush it, twin, just like we crush each other when we telefrag. What are those numbers again?
I know that one.
I understand that reference.
So yeah, again, all these rocket jumps are really just going to make getting to these secrets a lot easier than, there's supposed to be like a lot of weird ways you're supposed to get to some of these. Some of these we're going to do the normal way. I think the spike wall one is coming up.
Yeah.
Where we're going to have to wait on this spike wall trap and they hit a secret behind. They hit the secrets in some really cool spots in this game.
And then some really weird spots, but yeah, this is a cool spot. We have to wait for the spike wall to go all the way. We can wait here, or you can go all the way around and it like lets you. But this is just a little faster.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Whoops.
All right. So that's the end of
My eyes.
That's episode 1 secret.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to here.
Go straight to E2 M2 with the Ogre's Citadel.
Yeah, I wait for him to target me so I can not have to deal with him later in the level. He can be really, really mean as I'm trying
Yeah,
to like,
he is
exit.
evil. So
Yeah.
generally, if you stand still in a spot, you can get him to lunge at you, and then he'll usually jump off a cliff or something like that, which is really helpful for us. So
That's rude of you to say.
yeah, I know. I could have worded that a little bit better, but for all the punishment and trauma that those enemies have put me through, I think it's a little maybe not totally justified, but maybe just a little bit.
A little bit.
I'm coping a little bit.
How are
for
you?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, if I didn't have the key, I'd pick it up, pretend.
We're gonna get one last secret right here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And that's a secret, and then there we go. And because we're doing all this cleanup on the back end, we can just go ahead and hit level select and not have to go through the missions again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is a really, really cool level.
It's amazing in all secrets, I would argue. One of the best. Because there's so much sequence breaking that happens, and because of the rocket launches that Limey's going to be using.
There's some sweet launches in here.
Whoops. Okay, I'm
You're
like,
getting hit with the same surprise here.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Better adjustment, though.
Right up here.
yeah, I don't have to kill these guys this time.
So once again, Limey's going to go to the end of the level to activate a button that opens up the secret exit that's going to be in this level. And this particular secret exit is the same across all versions of Quake. But then Limey's going to be using our rocket launchers in order to get a few more secrets that are all going to be pretty much out of order, according to the intended progression of the game.
Yeah, that shot is really hard because I have to do a strafe jump off of that slope and then kind of just flick and then flick again. And like Jaxler said, I play really low sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that visible on the camera, but I
crazy.
literally have two of like some pretty big mouse pads I found on the stage just put together. And I keep going over the seam and it feels really weird.
Yeah, you're like throwing out your elbow going for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally when, I think I was mentioning this a little bit earlier, Limey visited me a couple weeks ago and like wanted to like use my computer to like look something up, and within like a millisecond moved my mouse from like one monitor to the other like instantly. Part of that is because I have really high sens and it makes people motion sick.
Yeah,
I live off of that
Jaxler's
hate.
a 3-monitor gamer and I went like from the
Left monitor, right monitor,
Yeah.
like instantly. Like that's just how used to Limey is with the low sends. But we're in the secret episode now, so.
Yeah, the secret episode. Limey is also going to be doing a lot of sequence breaking right here, particularly because he needs to get that gold key in order to progress. Typically in the normal progression, you have to do a lot of combat and one small puzzle in order to get to that gold key, which is pretty much more than half the level. But then Limy, once they get the gold key, it's just a straight shot to the end with 2 small detours to get the secrets on the way.
And then Quake Dude is going to make the sound that I make when I'm not at GDQ. It's just,
Yeah, and I have to have really, really good movement here because I have to make the most of this quad damage here. It is really hard. I have to do this sequence, and then I will barely make this here.
Looks good.
Kill that guy.
Nice.
That was as close as it could possibly be.
I was going to say. Yeah, that is definitely worth clapping for. You need that quad damage there to just take care of that one enemy there. Otherwise, you just get, you will get jumped and it will not be fun.
Yeah, this level is gonna be pretty similar, but there is just a couple of secrets here. Actually, no, that's the only one I didn't get. So I can just go to the next one.
Yeah, you can just leave.
We can just move on.
Hold a skip. Oh, I'm very excited for this one. This one's very.
Oh, and, well, what about Oubliette? Did you get all the secrets there?
I meant to click.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here we go. Yep.
So normally, in any percent, we saw that Limy had to sit through the giant auto scroll in this level, and while technically we still do, we can just use the time that the auto scroller is spent going down to collect all the secrets instead.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting busy.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a lip on this ledge. So once the door reopens and kind of that sequence resets itself, this will let us go ahead and start to traverse the rest of the level here. So. It's not the end of the world if we have a couple bonks here or there, just because, again, we're waiting for that elevator sequence to do its job.
Yeah, pretty much no matter what, we're going to be slower than it, but I'd like to get as close as possible.
Yeah.
It's emotional time save, you know what I mean?
It's also just really hard to move through this section flawlessly anyways because it's so tight and just any little enemy here like this guy will just completely block your way.
Yeah, he really wants your autograph, Limy.
Yeah.
Tell him to wait backstage after the run. What?
Get in
Mods?
line.
So there's one last secret we're gonna get here, and unfortunately we won't see the cool backtracking that Limy.
I do kind of want to do the cool backtracking because I did reroute it myself.
It's your run, do it.
At this point,
whoops, it's fine.
anything can happen.
Yeah.
I love the sound he makes when he jumps to it. It's like, it just brings me immense joy.
He's so happy. Look at him in the bottom left. He's so happy.
That doesn't look like a face of happiness. That looks like a face of pain and suffering, which,
That was me when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why you're in the pain maze.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why you live there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's less that you live there and more that you were sent there.
Yeah,
if that
exactly.
makes sense.
I went to the pain maze.
It's pain for me specifically.
And all I got was this T-shirt.
Both really good directions there for that.
Danny.com.
All right, we're rambling.
Yeah,
so
that's the rest of that. We're almost done. There's a couple of levels left that we did not get the secrets in.
Yeah, there's a few in episode 3 that we still need to get, and then we can go to the final boss.
Yep.
there's probably some time here if we want to squeeze in a couple more messages.
Oh, absolutely. We've got $5 from Crow 3893.
That's like oomph right there.
So imagine Quake, and then you multiply 4 and 16. Good luck, Limy, Jaxler, Vaen, and Ozmourn. You four are going to do great up there. And shout out to the other friendos in crowd. Hope to see all of you at a future GDQ. Let's
Much
go,
love,
Bingo.
Crow.
I'm going $5
We love you, Crow.
node. Love Crow. Smiley face.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know Crow had plans to come, but unfortunately couldn't make it. So at least they got the chance to donate. That's very, very, that means a lot.
For as much as we bully Crow, we love Crow very much.
We do. There is one secret that Limy technically did get, but they need the quad damage, so
Yeah, and
it's
then
really important.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother going to the end, but that's the last secret that I didn't get.
Perfect.
And now we just go to the final level. right?
There's
We can go to my house.
There's one more. There's one more.
Oh, there is one. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can
one
almost
more.
go to my house.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing this one more time.
Again,
then-
pulling up that weapon wheel lets
Yeah.
you slow down time for just the silver key, so
Yeah.
it just closes in on it.
It doesn't save
Oh
as
my
much
God.
time in all secrets, mainly because you have to go through most of the progression in the level anyway. But it's still a little bit of a kind save.
What matters most is it's really funny. So it's as a result, we have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's how speedrunning works.
You're Limy SR, you have to do it.
Thank you, Nardwar.
Thank you,
I'm sorry. I'm glad somebody laughed at my extremely mid Nardwar impression, but oh my
was
god,
really hard.
Please clap for that. That strafe right
everyone
there
clap.
is rough.
You're really threading the needle with that.
Yeah, genuine, like, it is threading the needle is one of the hardest air strafes in the game.
Yeah, not even remotely close. It's like I don't even know what to say. I'm just waffling at this point. But yeah, we got a couple more secrets.
Yeah,
though.
and then
I think that's all of them. Yeah.
Now, we can go to the very end of the game.
Yes.
Let's go, final boss.
So this is where Vaen.
Yeah,
You used to live here,
That's where
right?
I'm at. Yeah, I got evicted. We're going in here to try and get my house back. I'm miss living.
Everything reminds me of home.
What's
I miss
the
my
address?
fish friends.
What's the name? What's the address? Can you?
It's the pit.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Who's Pit?
It's like that one Fallout 3
this guy.
DLC,
Yeah,
you know?
I don't remember.
So there is one secret back here that we got to do, and then we'll kill the boss by doing another telefrag here. That's how we know it's like an
Time is coming up.
Yeah, time is coming up.
Time's coming up.
Right about...
3, 2, 1, time.
We got there.
We got there.
It was a trek.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
We had many twists and turns.
We lived against
Yeah, we got there. Yeah, so I just really quickly, like, wanted to just, before anything happens, just wanted to shout out SDA, because this is how GDQ started. I am kind of an old person speedrunner, and this is like the oldest game I've ever learned, but it's really fun. I've been running it for quite a long time. It's been a journey, and I get to finally do it on the main stage. I'm super, super excited about that. Yeah.
And I mean, shoot, even the game's giving you congratulations and well done. You have beaten the hideous...
So also shout outs to Black in a Flash and the Asian Speedrunners Alliance. I'm like super thankful these communities exist, and like even now they're growing. So if you are Black or Asian, any type of Asian or any type of Black, feel free to apply to join. It is genuinely great time in the Black in a Flash Discord. We do Wordle every day for some reason. I don't know how that started. But. Yeah, also, I wanted to do a special shout out to M. Sushi, who was supposed to be on the couch, but unfortunately couldn't make it because he could not get the time off work, unfortunately. But whatever, we ball anyways. But he was initially going to be on the couch, and I did want to shout that out. Shout out to the When to Meet podcast. Woo! And I almost said it, the Very Normal podcast. And you can follow me on twitch.tv/limysr. It's on the screen right now. Wow.
Go do that.
And also on Blue Sky at limgo.bluesky.social. What about you guys?
I just want to say thank you for having us on, having me on. It was really fun when we were trying to do co-op. It was really fun learning that with you and going through the motions with that. So again, just thank you very much. I've been Vaen. You can find me on Blue Sky, VaenSR, and on Twitch, Vaen_SR. I'm also going to be commentating on, was it Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't remember days.
Most days, I don't know.
Most days. Later in the week.
Tuesday.
We're going to be doing Pseudo Regalia commentary with Jaxler, actually. If you like bunny hopping, it'll be there in another form in Pseudo. You're going to want to watch
There's going to be
that.
a bunny, and they will be hopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, so I'm Ozmourn. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Ozmourn. I don't stream most of my speedruns, but I do archipelago content with the lovely people that are on this stage right now, as well as some other folks.
It's almost like we're friends.
Yeah, right?
Crazy concept. You wouldn't know.
Crazy concept. But yeah. Aside from that, you can follow me on Blue Sky. I promote a lot of the stuff that I do there, including all the events that I speedrun at. And there's a few things that I'm going to be doing on site while I'm still here. I'm going to be commentating Jaxler's run of Sea Frog on Tuesday.
Yeah.
With Swimfly, yeah.
Yep.
And
Who's on back couch?
Who's on Swimfly? Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, so that was going to be my shout out, but you had to steal my thunder, I guess.
And I am going to be, I'm the lead of the LHS community, the Latin and Hispanic speedrunning community. There we have a table. We're going to meet up on Tuesday at 4 p.m. I'm doing a buckshot roulette tournament tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. I'm doing a talent show at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, and I'm hosting a panel with Jaxler on Friday about mental health and speedrunning at 6 p.m.
Okay, pass it to Unk. Like, wow.
Okay, my God.
I just don't get to say anything.
That's fine. You go ahead.
Obviously, I'm doing a run with Swimfly on Tuesday called Sea Frog. That's going to be a great run. It'll be about 10 Central-ish.
Yeah.
But check the GDQ schedule. You can find me at
GDQ.gg/schedule.
Yeah, exactly. You can find me at twitch.tv/Jaxler1. But most important thing I want to say is thank you to everyone who got this incentive met. Like
that was
midway.
Genuinely
that was
moment.
one of the most insane things I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
I want to thank Limey for unbenching me for this one moment, and for just being an awesome friend. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
id Software salutes you. Saluting you as well, GDQ. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
What an absolutely incredible run of Quake 64.